Moving on to a CNN News 18 exclusive, this entire row between the RSS and the Karnataka government that has been ongoing. Now, Congress government has backtracked on bringing in a new bill to curb use of government properties by private entities. Draft of the Regulation of Use of Government Premises and Properties Bill 2025 is to be sent to cold storage, we are being told. This move comes after some cabinet ministers raised concerns about the bill affecting other organizations and not just RSS. My colleague Harish Upadhyay is bringing us more on this. Harish, a double think by the Congress government in Karnataka. Is this also because many of them are wary of the kind of messaging that Priyanka Kharge is doing these days?
Well, in fact, there seems to be mixed reaction coming in from the cabinet itself for this bill, and that's why the Karnataka government has decided to send this bill to cold storage. What we are picking up from our sources within the government is that there were at least a handful of ministers who said that one, this could affect not just RSS but several other organizations, especially the ones working at district level. Also, many believe that RSS should be fought ideologically instead of bringing in rules, and not many approved of bringing a bill just target one organization. And finally, the government felt that the existing government orders and circulars, including the one that was brought in last week, that would be good enough for the government to decide on giving permission or denying permission for RSS or other organization. And they felt that it's unnecessary to bring in a bill. That was the opinion that several cabinet ministers had, and that's why this bill has now been sent to cold storage. What we are understanding is that although initially, after the previous cabinet meeting, the government was talking about not having enough feedback from various departments, and that's why they did not decide on this bill. But what we are now getting as per our sources within the government is that the government has decided to drop this bill altogether for now, at least. That's what we are picking up. Remember, there were problematic areas in this bill, including the bill actually was prescribing punishment like sending people to jail or even a fine of anywhere around 5 lakh rupees for people who violated terms of this bill multiple times. So that's why even within the civil society, there were concerns, including people from the left-wing organizations were expressing concern about some of the aspects of this bill. Now that has been dropped is what we are told by the
Harish,
government.
just stay with me. Let me get a big, the first BJP reaction as well. Ashok Gowda from the state is joining us. Mr. Gowda, we are learning that this bill that was meant to restrict RSS activities in state properties or within state premises, that bill is to be shelved by the Congress party. Even Congress cabinet doesn't feel it's a good bill.
Definitely, because Congress party leaders are also in one or the other way. So many sympathizers of RSS is there. That's a leave apart. But point is, Priyanka Kharge definitely needs to check his mental stability and mental status. Instead of answering the failures of his government, failures of himself in Gulbarga, failures of himself in Panchayat Raj Department, failures of himself in ITBT ministry, he is trying to divert the issues, naming RSS, naming Sanatani, naming Hindutva and all other things. Priyanka Kharge in this past 30 months or even before when he was a social welfare minister or even when before he was a MLA, all these years, what is his achievement or what is his progress for his own constituency, Chittapura constituency, or being a minister or being a Gulbarga in charge minister? Let him answer 1 point or let him give 10 is successful points. Many people in Panchayat Raj are looting money, including CM's own constituency. They are looting money in buying the electricity bulbs. When this is the state of affairs in Panchayat Raj department, what is Priyanka Kharge supposed to do? Is he supposed to improve his ministry and ITBT? What has he done for ITBT in this past 30 months? In this entire 30 months, there is absolutely zero improvement. In fact, Google went to Andhra Pradesh because of his failure. And many people are leaving the Karnataka because of his failures and because he is incapable to be a minister.
So, the misplaced priorities.
Answering all these things, yes.
Yes, I understand. Ashok Gowda, thanks a lot for joining us. I want to go back to my colleague Harish Upadhyay one more time because he's bringing us this important update about how the Karnataka government is not going to go ahead with the draft of that bill that was meant to curb RSS activities, quote unquote, within government properties. But there was a feeling that it could also adversely affect other organizations, and some realization has set in within the Congress party that this is not the route that they want to take. But there is a question as to why there is a single man mission of sorts that Priyanka Kharge is running against the RSS versus all the priorities of what the government minister should have.